I think losing money is part of any business. I'm not going to say it's inevitable, but it's pretty likely that somewhere in a reselling journey you will lose money on some items. It's very likely. But some of the most important things I've learned about running a reselling business, I've learned through losing a lot of money. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. What's up guys, present day Sanjay here. It's been like 2 months since I filmed this video and I wasn't going to upload it, and then I just kept going back and forth. The reason I didn't want to upload it was because the next like 10 minutes of me talking, which was like the main part of the video, was just shot poorly. And then I filmed like 4 videos in March and I haven't uploaded since like the beginning of March. What usually happens is after a couple months of not editing a video, the videos that you filmed before to edit later just don't seem as enticing anymore, and they've kind of lost their value and you've lost interest in those projects. So that's why none of those videos have gotten out so far, but I might come back to one of them because there is one of them that is kind of important. It's the second part of the how to sell sneakers on eBay video. I finally did sell one of those pairs and I filmed the whole shipping process, but I also didn't really like how it went. So the main point of this video was to explain why losing money isn't as bad as you might think it is. I'm not saying you should go like lose money on purpose, but I'm saying that in a situation where you do probably have to lose money, you can learn something from it, most likely. So in the video, I donated a bunch of stuff to Goodwill. Some stuff that people might even say is good inventory, but you have to consider that I've had this stuff for like 2, 3, or more years, and it's just been sitting around. Even some of it was listed and just wasn't selling on eBay. Just stuff I never really got around to dealing with. Those items just really weren't worth my time anymore, and I had to decide that it was the right time to just move on and lose that money, which wasn't even that much money. It was probably like less than $30 of stuff in that bag that I donated. Not really a big deal. Now in the long run, if you keep doing that, that will be kind of a problem. And if you keep buying bad items, which is something that happened like twice in my reselling career where I made 2 terrible spending sprees. There were plenty of months, like 2 or 3 in 2020, where I made $0 or even lost some money selling like $5,000-$6,000 worth of stuff just because a lot of stuff came in at big losses, which counteracted all the profits I was making. It's really important to look at situations like that, realize what was wrong, make sure it doesn't happen again, and realize that it's not the biggest deal and setbacks happen, and sometimes you just gotta cut your losses and move on. So specifically, what I learned from those 2 situations. The first one was Q4 2018, where I bought a ton of products just to hit a sales goal I had, which I did hit the sales goal. And I had a ton of inventory left over for 2019, sold a ton of stuff in the beginning of 2019, and then I ended up with a lot of stuff that just wasn't profitable anymore at the end of 2019, which I like liquidated during Q4 of 2019 a year later. Now the reason that happened was because I was just buying so much stuff that I wasn't really looking at what the current sales price was. I was just blindly assuming that the prices would go up because of Q4, so I was buying all the video games that were on sale like on Black Friday, hoping that the prices would go up, and a lot of them just didn't. A lot of them, the listings just got tanked, flooded with so many sellers because everyone is mostly thinking the same thing during Q4, so price tanking is to be expected, listings will get flooded, but I could have avoided a lot of that if I was just a little bit more picky with what I was buying. And I learned a lot from that looking at Q4 2019, so I took a completely different approach that Q4. Instead of buying items and holding onto them, hoping the prices would go up, I only bought items, for the most part, that I could sell immediately within a week or less. For example, on Black Friday, I would go to stores, buy video games that I could make a profit on right there, list them in the car while we drove to the next store, and then that day I had like $3,000 worth of revenue, and it was my biggest sales day ever up until that time. The second screw up I made was in August 2019, where I bought a ton of books, assuming the prices would go up, just kind of the way I was buying toys and video games in Q4 of 2018. And I just was like, I completely missed the boat. I bought books in the beginning of August. Since it's all coming via media mail, it would take a while to get to my house, and then I would have to ship to FBA, and then by the time they were completely in stock, the prices had tanked. The whole textbook season hype was kind of over. I ended up with more than $10,000 worth of books left over at Amazon, and that's $10,000 spent, not even $10,000 value. That moment really emphasized the importance of timing and getting things out faster, getting them in sooner, and just knowing when to cut off, when to stop buying in a seasonal sales peak. I will eventually make a video about how much money I made profit-wise in 2020 selling on Amazon, and it's crazy to see the difference in profit between 2018 and 2020, because I had almost the same revenue between those 2 years. 2018 I did about $100,000, just over $100,000 of revenue, and in 2020 I did about $92,000 in revenue, but the profit was substantially different between those 2 years. But for now, I think I've made the point about why losing money might not be as bad as it seems, and you can definitely recover from it. Just remember not to let it bug you for too long. Always just try to get out of the investment, recoup whatever money you can, and put it into new things to make that money back. I've been doing a lot of that for the last 2 years, so I know a lot about it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I haven't uploaded in like 2 months. I also stopped posting on Instagram completely, and I just really haven't been putting any updates out there, but I want to say I'm working on some stuff, but I'm not. I'm really just taking a break from social media. It's been nice, but I'm just working on some other stuff right now. So until the next video, I'll see you guys later.